So Sam and I had to change our wedding date. Our wedding date got impacted by the United States healthcare system, and that's a wild sentence to have to utter. He is one of the millions of Americans who's having the subsidies impact his monthly premium. He used to pay $21 for like the crappiest health insurance ever, and that is going up to be about, I think, $487. And so there is no way that he and I can afford to make that work all the way until we could have the fall wedding of our dreams. And that's a reality, but we are the lucky ones. And I need to make that important distinction. I'm not bringing this up so that you can feel sad for us. We will deal with our own emotions and feelings about the changes to what we were wanting to plan and what we need to plan. But it's just frustrating to think about the United States government having an impact. It's already had an impact on me because I'm part of the Public Student Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and I've worked in nonprofit for a decade so that I could qualify for something that now might be ripped away from me. So to have that on top of this, and the knowledge that we are the lucky ones, that there are people who can't just go marry somebody and get on their work health insurance to make things cheaper, and they'll have to go without or try to figure out a new way, I think is important to talk about. For all of the politicians on both sides of the aisle, they are being bought. They are bought by lobbyists, by big tech, by so many things that we can't even see, and it's corrupt across the board. And I think that that is the upsetting thing, that no matter where you turn, there's corruption, and that we are turning into a country that is like an oligarchy, an autocracy, and it is very scary. There are so many countries in the world who've been able to figure out the healthcare system in a way that takes care of their citizens. We can't somehow, and it's because of what I just mentioned. And I am not sharing this so that you can feel sad or upset for us. We are dealing with our emotions. I want you to know that if there's a face to the millions of people who are being impacted by it, there are probably so many people in your day-to-day life who are also being impacted by it. And maybe they don't have a workaround to try to figure out how do we get to a spring wedding and make payments that need to be made. It's all complicated, and we're trying to figure out what's best for our situation. But again, we are lucky because there are people who aren't lucky, who won't be able to make ends meet. They'll have to choose between groceries, housing, or healthcare, and that shouldn't be an option. And so what is happening is wrong, and I want to spread awareness about that and kind of put a face to something, because again, people on the news will say the millions of people, and if it's not happening to you, you can sit back and think like, well, that's not me. And I think we need to care about each other more in a deep and real way. I always end these by sending you love, and I'm going to continue to do that, but we need to continue to talk about the things that really matter, and I'm sending love to anybody who needs it at this moment.